Lord, man. What are you doing over there? Are you practicing giving birth?
I was trying to achieve inner peace, but you have completely ruined that for me.
Oh, speaking of inner peace, check out this little piece.
Good Lord, son.
It's a big one. Hey, everybody. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're Daniel and Jordan.
Daniel. They couldn't come up with a name, so they went with their own names. But that's the way our heroes roll, and it's gonna be okay. So sit back and enjoy it. Let's welcome Daniel and Jordan. What had to rhyme? The Daniel and Jordan Show.
Welcome back to the show. The greatest one on the internet, the greatest one you've seen so far, and the greatest one that will ever possibly hit this planet Earth. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Daniel. How are you today?
I'm good. I like to, as always, mix things up. I always just like to put a pizzazz curveball on the intro. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you do different?
I feel like it's important. Not much. I just put a little twist in there. I just changed a little word or two.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of make it my own every time.
Yeah, it is your own. It is your own. That's true.
What you been doing this week, brother?
Yeah. Well,
first off, before we even get started, Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Now, this is going to come out weeks after.
After.
I'll probably have my mom's gift by then, too. So,
You know, there's nothing like a procrastinator. But yeah, Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there that probably don't watch this show. But seriously, Happy Mother's Day. I don't know what I'd do without mine. Mothers are the ones that are, you know, kind of like our biggest cheerleaders through life, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, my mom deserves a lot more credit than she gets.
Well, I think all of them do, especially our parents.
Yeah, dear God.
But yeah, so Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. So my mom's father passed away. My granddaddy passed away on Thursday this past week. He was 93 years old, from Alabama. A lot of history dies with him, and that's part that kind of really sad because all of his stories and all that, it's just lost to time.
Yeah.
And it's sad to think of all that gone. And he went peacefully. He was, they gave him morphine so where he could be more at peace at the end. He was kind of in poor health. So it was nice to see him go peacefully. And I got to watch his last breaths and all that. So it was nice to have that moment to kind of reflect and remember him. And then my birthday was Friday, so he kind of put a damper on that for me. But
when did he pass?
Thursday. So every birthday I get to remember my grandfather's passing.
Well, that's the plus side of it, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, I'm a lucky man.
No, I hate to hear that. I mean, it's never good or a fun experience losing a loved one or anything like that. But hey, it's bound to happen to all of us. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's the circle of life.
Yeah, I've found myself, I have a lot of peace about it. Even about my own death, I've found a lot more peace. I watched my father's last breath and my grandfather's, and it doesn't scare me anymore. Like, I feel like when you're so distant from it, you don't know about it, but you know it's going to happen. It's horrifying, but it is this circle of life, and it is inevitable. And the earlier you can accept it, it really is a peaceful thing. That life is suffering a lot, and at some point you get to be peaceful. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Yeah,
because there's a ton of bad stuff that goes on, and one day you get to just turn it off.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Or someone gets to turn it off for you. However you go,
you
know? Yeah. But yeah, as you mentioned on the last episode, if anybody watched that last episode, he was in the nursing home kind of
and he was in hospice care, I think, by that point. I can't remember exactly timeline, but yeah. So, so he has passed on. So mom's dealing with that some. So we've been, talking to her more about it and making sure she's comfortable. I think she's more at peace now because she did a ton of the caretaking.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a weight lifted off her a little bit too.
Right.
And, obviously you don't want your parents passing.
Right.
But at the same time, it's a lot.
Yeah, she lost her husband and then now her father, and emotionally it's a lot. And then the physical caretaking of granddaddy was a hefty duty. And so that's nice to have some peace there in that way, and for him to be at peace too as well.
So granddaddy, this episode goes out to you, and that's why we brought our ladies with us.
I got a I got a shot I can take to him. I brought Kaney's got me on these new shots we take in the morning before work.
What flavor
before
is
I
this
go
one?
in. This flavor is immunity defense shot with turmeric and probiotics.
Sounds healthy.
Here, I'll take one right now. They're horrific tasting.
Turmeric. What is turmeric? That's a root.
Yeah. Nice,
turmeric
good
is
call.
a root.
Yeah, so it tastes like let's see here, sour grass.
Yeah. Science by Daniel. Turmeric is a good source of like anti-inflammatory. It helps with anti-inflammatory and stuff like that. I'm right.
Wait
Google
a second
it.
here.
Google it.
No, right.
Cheers,
No, you're good.
Granddaddy.
Yes, cheers, Granddaddy.
I'm going to take a shot of my
turmeric.
Celsius.
You see that professional? Oh
Was
my
that
god! It's actually that I
turmeric
forgot.
fastest?
I forgot how spicy it is.
It is a little
It's like
spicy.
spicy grass.
So that one's turmeric and what? Let me smell that.
Okay,
What is this one?
it's I don't know how legal we can talk about what the brand is and all that.
Oh,
but
yeah. 4,200 milligrams of turmeric. You're about to be shitting out trees for a month.
yeah. It's like if you just poured.
Oh, that smells terrible.
It's like if you poured pepper and siracha on grass.
Oh, my God. That's
and
terrible.
ate it in dirt.
Ooh.
But yeah, love you, Granddaddy. And actually got a short story of so Kaney, my fiance, him and her got real close while we were while she was caretaking and stuff like that. And
How close we talking?
I know she likes my bloodline. I'll tell you that. She went to go visit him at the ER. He had some type of something happen, a spell happened, and she came in and she said he just started singing this song from the 40s. And it goes, I don't want her. You can have her. She's too fat for me. She's too fat for me.
He had a good taste in music.
I'll post the link to it. It's
funny.
hilarious. It is.
It's a 40s song?
Yeah.
Dang, they were putting out some hits back then.
Yeah.
Some big hits, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so he loved singing songs and telling stories, and he loved being a little offensive, and maybe that's where I get a little bit of my own sense of humor.
Runs
but
in the blood.
yeah, even in his 90s, he was jamming out to some tunes.
That's so funny.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Yeah, she had her birthday party, so she had like a little sleepover. They slept outside. It was like 50 degrees last night. All of them ended up sleeping outside in the
50
tent.
degrees, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was chilly. I mean, for a little 12-year-old girl, I mean, I would have ran inside. I'm a 33-year-old man, little man boy. I would have ran right inside, you know? Yeah. So she's like, hey, can we get a tent? Sure. You know, and I'm like, oh, while you're out there, y'all could use the hot tub. She's like, oh, yeah, that'd be cool. And so I just want to be that cool dad who lets, you know, a little slumber party. You have the patio. We'll set a fire out there and roast some marshmallows, get in the hot tub. Well, before you get in the hot tub, let me know. Guess what they didn't do? They didn't let me know. So the hot tub's full. You ever gotten a bath that's like a full bath? Mm-hmm. You get in it and the water level rises, right? Imagine like 5 of you getting in there. When it's full, the water level will probably overflow. Well, that's what happened. That's what happened. So the hot tub is, I don't know if they thought it was cool, but when they turned on Jet 1, you know, it's going. Jet 2, it's a stew, and it's like they look like a bunch of crabs just cooking in a big bowl of water, you know? Water's like volcanoing out. It drips down the control panel inside of the cover, and it shuts off. At this point, I don't know this happens. So I'm in here working. Whitney comes in here. Hey, babe, like, can you come look at the hot tub? I think something's wrong with it. Yeah, it's not moving.
Oh, no.
So the breaker's tripped. So I go out there and I, you know, reset the breaker. It pops immediately. Reset the breaker again. It pops immediately. And I'm like, great. Fucking $8,000 hot tub's broke, you know, or something's wrong. So I take off the faceplate, and Cadence has only been in here one other time. We've had this for about a year. She's in there pushing all kinds of, I'm like, what buttons did you push? She started listing every button on the panel.
This one.
And she's like, I turn this dial, I turn that dial. I'm like, honey, you can't do that. This isn't like a jump playhouse, okay? This is a $8,000 hot tub. It's just not a blow up hot tub.
More than your life.
I mean, Jesus. And so she overflows it, dripping down. The thing pops. I take the front plate off. Then I open the control panel, water soaked. It's all kinds of water. I'm like, okay, here's the problem. It keeps shorting out. So I dried it all out with a paper towel. And I said, put the thing back on. It ended up turning back on.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no kidding. I was going to be childless. I would have sold her for $8,000. No, I'm just kidding.
To buy another one.
Exactly. and just put like a little plate on it that said in memory of Cadence. But so get it up and rolling. I'm like, hey, ladies, get in the hot tub. Let's scoop some water out. So I'm paling water like a boat's floating. Okay. I got a pitcher, like a Kool-Aid pitcher out there, and I was just
over the fence onto some person.
And I'm like, well, that fence has grass on it from where they mowed, and I'm just like throwing it on the fence. But then, so the water level gets lower. Okay. But 5 girls in there, it raises back up to about where it should be. I'm like, okay, hey, before you get out, make sure the jets are turned off. Got it, Dad. What they not do? They did not turn off the jets when they got out.
Yeah.
I look up because I hear something. I look up. It is fucking geysering water on the window. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I run outside and I turn the thing off. I'm like, Cadence, you forgot to turn the thing off whenever y'all got out. Like, so the water level sunk, and so the jets are exposed. But the pump's in the water, so all the water is just being ejected out. Like, Jesus Christ. Talk about a messy afternoon.
Yeah,
Yesterday was rough.
hilarious.
It was very stressful. And so by the, 6 o'clock, Whitney texts me. Is like, hey, look at your phone. Or she hollered down the stairs, hey, look at your phone. She's like, can you run over to Caleb and Ashley's and pick up a pair of leggings? She has her own legging brand and legging company. Very cute, by the way. Very soft.
Okay.
Caleb told me, he's like, fill them. And like he's telling me to fill his wife's leggings that are on. So I did it in the most respectful way possible. I'm like, I did her kneecap. He was like, yeah, I like how you're doing that respectfully. I'm like, I just, very soft. I love them. They're very soft. And I said, I'll test them real good when I get home. So I'm like, yes, I'd love to go pick them up. So I took a bike ride, and it was great. Because
Nice.
last time I took a bike ride was probably when I told you I took a bike ride.
Yeah.
So it's been weeks. So it was good to just get on the bike. It was a little cooler. It was perfect. So
You
it's
ride like an old man, just speed limit, or do you feel the need for speed?
Now I just do I take that moment as like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
So just getting out there and getting on it and just cruising, I'm fine with.
That's good.
Yeah. Now if I'm pissed, look out. Yeah. When I have my GSXR, that little crotch rocket, dude, I get it up pretty high on these back roads. I don't even tell
fastest.
I got it up to like 156 one time.
Oh my God.
I didn't tell Whitney. So
Well, sorry, Whitney.
I no longer have that bike for that reason. I'm like, I'm going to kill myself.
It exploded.
So there's this big straightaway out Plano Road out by the fire department. Oh, it's nothing but farmland.
Yeah.
I just got on it, dude. But I've never felt like if I get 100 and something on a Harley, I feel a little like a death. It's not as safe, but if you go 150 on a crotch rocket, I don't know if it's the aerodynamic of the bike or what, but you just cut through like butter. It's the safest I've ever felt on a bike.
Wow, you almost time traveled.
I probably did in that moment. Like the flash.
With the fire on the ground.
That's so funny. But yeah, that's been my weekend. I was glad to get on the bike. Glad Cadence had her birthday party. Oh, another story. This is what really pissed me off.
Okay.
Before the hot tub, before all that, I go to put the tent together that Whitney bought online.
Yeah.
You know the sticks that like the bungee wire are inside, and you got to like put the things together, and they get like 100 foot long, and you got to put them through the thing. Yeah. Well, I put one together. It was good. The second one, it was a little bit bigger. The third was bigger. The fourth one, the string was broke. So I'm like, okay. So I tried to make a knot and tie it. It ended up not going through the little hole. And Cadence is crying, like, I want to sleep outside. I'm like, well, honey, I'm doing all I can right now. So I went to Tractor Supply to see if they had a tent. Yeah. Guess what? They didn't. So note to self next time, don't go to Tractor Supply for a tent.
Tractor Supply?
Yeah. And Cadence she knew I was mad. And She's like, I can't believe they didn't have any tents. I said, Cadence, it's a freaking farm store. I was just going out on a limb. Maybe they might have some. Clearly they don't. I mean, they sell dog food and chickens. I mean,
there's more shit in here than tents.
Yeah, exactly. That's the last thing you're going to see there. That's like going to freaking Ulta and buying a fucking dog. Go to a beauty store to buy an animal. You know, it's
There's
like
some animals in there.
Doesn't happen.
Those animals need some makeup too.
Yeah. So go to Tractor Supply. They didn't. So we go to Lowe's where we got the tent, but we bought the tent online. Well, guess what? Lowe's was out. And Cadence's smart ass mouth says again,
I can't
why didn't we go to Walmart? I know Walmart has tents. I said, I went to Lowe's because we got a Lowe's card. I'm trying to get points. So finally we go to Walmart an hour later and find the tent. And that's what's up back there.
That's what's up. Nice.
So that's why I was so ready to just, yes, I would love to go to Caleb and Ashley's to pick up these leggings. So when she said that, I said, boom, I was gone.
Dad duties.
Yeah, man.
Don't know anything about that.
It's been a weekend. And then today, of course, since Mother's Day, we're going to have a little dinner this afternoon. So
nice.
Looking forward to that.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to go over to Mom's and take her some flowers.
I might visit your mom too.
Oh, sure. Make her a mother again.
Have a little brother. Then we'll really be related.
Finally.
Well, now, guys, guess what today is? It's the day. It's the moment. It's the time you've all been waiting for. I'd love to introduce my best friend who just recently lost a loved one. But guess what? This episode is in remembrance of him. My best friend with the greatest looks and the greatest stash, Mr. Jordan Hunter, with today's Word of the Week.
My word of the week doesn't relate to Granddaddy, so I feel like
I tried to line that up.
Have like a remembrance here. Resiliency was for him last week, remember?
Yes.
So this week, the word of the week is whining or bitch moaning and complaining. I feel like I whine way too much.
Do you really?
Yeah. You should see me with Kanie. Kanie, what does it do? When she'll ask me, she'll be like, Jordan, have you signed up for health insurance yet?
Please tell me you
and
have.
That word alone just makes me go,
Health or insurance? Or both?
The combination, definitely. And it's just like anytime those words come into my mind, it's just like a reactionary thing where I just whine or just like I get down somehow, and then like my emotions take over and I just become a baby. And then sometimes when I've like kind of accepted that I shouldn't be like this, I start talking in a baby voice.
Do you really?
And I tell Kate, I'm like, well, JJ doesn't want to sign up for health insurance.
That's so funny.
That's how I weasel my way out of being a little bitch about it. But ultimately, I am just a little bit of a bitch about things that I don't need to be, things that I should be working on and not complaining about the fact that I have to do it. And I was thinking about like how we talk about like being grateful and all that. And whining is just like the most embodied ungratefulness that there is. And I feel like, and I don't know, maybe it's me being a little brother, being babied, sucking my mom's tits too long. But I just whine and complain about most anything that means that I have to put effort into something I don't want to put effort into.
I'm going to ask the great old Jordan question. What does that say about you?
What does it say about me? I think it says maybe that I am a little ungrateful.
Yeah.
Naturally deep down. And that's why I like gratefulness, because it's something opposite of what I feel.
Yeah. And like recognizing, like understanding our things to be grateful for, it's so easily overlooked.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things like just breathing.
Yeah.
It's so easily overlooked. And just having the things we have or the clothes that we're wearing, everything so small is so easily overlooked. Do you consider like complaining the same as like bitch mode?
Bitch moaning.
Bitch moaning.
Yeah. You know, I know about that.
How
women get.
I would say I complain more often than I probably should.
For sure,
Whitney's quick to point that shit out.
Yeah.
But it's mainly over stuff like if I get overstimulated. And it probably is some of the smaller issues that kind of like twist my nips, you know. Then,
but it like feels like reactionary, doesn't it? It's just like it's not even like
normal.
Thoughtful. It's just like almost normal. Like you're used to it. I wonder if that's just like your child self
you know what?
reoccurring in your adult self.
I think what it is I wouldn't do it with anybody else.
Right.
I do it with Whitney because
I know it's embarrassing. I wouldn't do it with it's not acceptable in society to be that guy.
Yeah, that's true. But I think we do it with our spouses or significant others, like just because at first we're trying to like win these women over, right?
Yeah, we are, baby.
We're doing everythh possible.
And we did, by the way.
Yeah, hell
and
yeah.
We
High
did.
five, baby.
High five
we
on
did
that one.
Yeah, we won them over real good.
Yeah. Dumb sluts.
God, that's funny.
I'll have to answer for that.
Yeah. She's going to be like, Jordan.
Hear her bitch moaning and complaining.
Did you not learn anything from the episode, Kanye? Jesus Christ, lighten up.
Be grateful, you dumb bitch.
Oh, my God. But I truly think it's like, at first, we're solely trying to win our significant others. Like, take out the trash. Oh, yeah, not a problem. I'll take out the trash. I'm hungry. What do you want me to cook? Even though I probably don't know what I'm fucking making or know how to make it, I'm going to Google that shit, go get the stuff and make it. Like, I would do anything and everything, including not complain when she asked me to do something or I was trying to impress her. But now, like, we're so just, we're used to each other.
Well,
so it's easy to come out.
It's good to express your emotions with people that you're close to so that it's fair.
Yeah.
But I know how annoying it is on the other side to listen to complaining.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I hate that I do that. Mm-hmm. So I like Katie's pretty notorious of like when she's in her spot, like she's on the couch in the bed and she has made herself comfortable. Immediately she recognizes that there's something she's forgotten to get.
A fucking course.
It's a classic, right?
Yeah.
And I used to complain more about like, well, why didn't you just grab that on the way there? Like why now are you thinking about it? Mm-hmm. And I think it's been good for me. And I haven't gotten completely there. I still do it. I still huff and puff, you know, like my dad used to do this thing where he goes, and I do that a little bit, which
I guess
to let her know that I'm a little annoyed, but it's not really rightful for me to be annoyed. You know, she constantly is making food for me and doing things for me. I shouldn't be grumpy about it at all. I should be grateful that I have her there and I should just go and do that for her because that's polite and nice and she would do it for me.
Yeah, I totally get it because mine is, this is what I think it still gets on my nerves, but I shouldn't let it. Right. So when Whitney gets ready to go lay Layton down, she's like, hey, can you help me take Layton upstairs and get her ready for her nap? But you're already on your way upstairs. Can't you just do that yourself is what I want to say. Like, you're taking her up there to lay her down. She's like, can you help me change her diaper? Well, you need help changing a diaper. I can change her diaper. Why do you? But like, I get so aggravated, especially if I'm in the zone working. And she's like, can you help me bring her upstairs? I'm like, you're going upstairs anyway.
Yeah.
You know? And so, but you're exactly right. I overlook all the things that she does. And she does do a lot for this family. She does a lot for me. She does a lot for the kids. She does a lot for Layton. To be able to allow me to work and take care of the family.
Right.
And should I let that bother me as much? Probably not. And I don't know why it does. And I think it's because I'm ungrateful for those things. I mean, unfortunately.
Well, it's just perspective. It's like you're in the moment of the situation and you're not like, there's like a bigger picture there that's like, well, how awful would it be if I just took 5 minutes to 10 minutes to help out and then I'm back here. Which,
like if
I get your perspective too. Don't get me wrong, man. Dude, totally, bro. I get it, man.
Go up. You're going upstairs.
Yeah, dude.
But if someone was filming me and seeing if I was to watch my reaction, I probably would be like, at a different day and a different time, I would watch that the way I acted and I'd be like, what a dick.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you just fucking go change it?
That's how I feel about myself.
You know what
sometimes.
I mean?
I look back and I'm like, what a dick.
So how do you think we fix that? Like,
I'm not really worried about that part. Just wanted to vent. I just want to make myself feel better right now.
I think we just...
what do we do, though?
I personally think we just try to recognize on the others, like, how grateful are we for them, and maybe recognize the things that they do for us, because we're so quick to ask them for like, hey, honey, come here and check this out. Watch what I just did. And honestly, at the drop of a hat, now that I think about it, everything I ask, she does.
Yeah.
Like, hey, come here real quick. I may hear her blow in there, but she's in here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she may hear me huff and puff too, but I end up taking Leighton upstairs.
Right.
But, I think it's something we both could work on.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I feel like I can work on it a little bit more than she could.
Yeah, for sure me. Yeah, because Kenny doesn't do that at all. And so when she does do it, I know.
We're comfortable.
We are comfortable. But yeah, I think you're right. The recognizing like that feeling when it comes up. It's, like where you almost like your blood pressure rises just a smidge.
Mine's not a smidge. Mine's like 0 to...
Yeah, it starts to feel like that hot tub out there, you know, and you just can't let it get to the jets blasting the window.
Right. That's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got to recognize it. And I think once we recognize it, we can remember this conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fucking go take her upstairs.
Yeah.
It takes 5 minutes. And what is it really? 5 minutes could mean so much to her.
Yeah.
And then we're allowed to be doing our stuff. It just makes our life easier, right?
And like, you think of it like, it's like rolling the ball down the hill where it's like you get upset over this and then you have like a mini fight right over it or something. And then the night can slowly get ruined if it doesn't go perfectly the rest after that. And then it snowballs.
Yep. No sex.
Exactly. We're really shooting ourselves in the dick. Because we are bitch moaning and complaining.
Yeah.
We could be having way more sex, buddy.
We need to set ourselves up for success. Success. That's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that we it's just like setting the mood for the night and doing that. And it starts everything off in that moment of just like her seeing that you're putting the effort in, her feeling maybe grateful for you to be able to do that. And then you're just in a better space later to where you can have better moments together, more fulfilling moments.
And I will say at first it would get to me like bad. I would be like pissed.
Yeah.
And then she's like, honey, it's 5 minutes. So have I gotten better from day one of that? Oh, completely.
Right.
But there's still times where I'm like, you're on your way upstairs.
Yeah.
Just take her, or you're walking right past that. Just grab it, but I'm sitting on my ass. I could.
You know what I'm thinking too, though? If we start just like doing that, maybe over time, they'll just start doing that. Maybe they're doing that to kind of get us to kind of be more involved. And the more we get involved, the less we can get involved.
Oh.
It's just a little like reverse psychology thing.
Keep telling yourself that, but I think it's going to go the complete opposite.
Just more responsibility? Damn it.
Yeah. Just like your theory of like not knowing more about stuff, like I'm not crafty at all.
Yeah.
So you're not going to use me.
Don't ask me to.
Yeah, the second your ass starts doing more, oh, buddy, you better get your pen and paper out.
That's why we drag our feet. That's why we complain. The harder we make it, the less often it'll happen.
Yeah. But I do. I'm definitely start working on that more. And I've noticed the problem. That's the first thing, right? Like you got a problem. What's 5 minutes? So I've understood that. Now I just got to keep working at it. I got to keep getting better.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that we're acknowledging it is way further ahead than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like if you're not noticing it and you're actually just pissed at that other person the whole time and you're not ever taking any responsibility, your relationship's in trouble. I hate to tell you.
And your sex life is definitely not there.
Well, it could be wild. Ooh, makeup sex is
it is great.
The best.
Great.
Yeah, it is nice.
I'm not listening to her any the rest of the day.
Can't wait till later.
Well, something's been on my mind, man.
Oh, really? I'm sorry, buddy.
Something that's just really pissed me off.
Oh, fuck, man.
This is something that makes me want to just take one of those foot scrubber things, do it on my nipples. Fuck twisting them. I'm talking about cheese grating my nips. Or in other words, we like to say,
what twists our nips? What twists your nips, buddy?
Well, this week it's grading them, but it's pretty close. And this happened to me just the other day. And I was like, oh, man, I got to use this. You know what pisses me off is people who blow their fucking horn for no reason. Like, you see me pulling out. You're half a mile down the road. Your ass just wants to be stubborn and continue at that speed or go a little faster, knowing I'm pulling out just so you can blow your horn at me. What's the point?
I bet that person complains to their wife constantly.
God.
Just that half-second impatience. I hate the impatience thing.
I hate the horn blowing. I get the horn. Like, if someone's stopped at a light and they're on their phone and you're like, hey, the light's green, beep, beep, you know. But if you're coming and you're seeing someone way down the road, literally, we went to pick up Cadence's birthday cake. It was a long stretch. I seen the car way down there, but the driveway was like steep. I was like coming out and there was a little dip and I was in the big Yukon. So it's heavy.
Right.
It's a gravel driveway. I don't want to sling gravel in someone's driveway that I don't know, throw gravel at their house, right? Because I could have got out.
Yeah.
And been an asshole and just made it start hailing during the day, boulders. But so I start to creep up and I'm like, give it a little gas and I'm creeping out and the car is clearly not slowing down. I'm like, this dumbass. And then and what's crazy is I'm out on my side of the road before he even passes. And he's, meh.
Oh, he honked and you weren't even in the way.
No, I wasn't.
He just wanted to make a point.
Yeah. Like, did you not see me coming, buddy? Pissed me off.
Yeah, that is annoying as fuck. Yeah, I hate when people are impatient driving. Like, at least to the point of honking at other people.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
What does it do for you?
What does it do for you?
You know what I say? Blow it out your ass.
Blow it out your ass.
I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand why. Is it just like a self-soothing thing? Like,
got anger issues, probably. They probably got.
Does it make you feel better?
Some people, you know what I think it is? I've never ran into this issue with a lot of my friends.
I got to say this real quick.
What?
If it makes you feel better, blow me. Okay.
Just make me feel good about it. A little less teeth. My buddies have, some of them, not all of them. It's like a self-righteous thing where it's like their viewpoint of the world, there's certain ways that things are right and things are wrong. And when other people don't fit this narrative of what's right and wrong in their world, suddenly they have to get a vengeance of making things right. And you pulling out there so happened to cross that his story of himself that this is what the wrong thing to do. I would never do this.
What
this
the hell's
person
his
did
problem?
This person's asking more patience than I would right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then they now have to let you know. It's like this inner thing. They can't just keep it to themselves and work through it themselves and realize, well, maybe I got a little worked up over this, nothing. Instead, they have gotten to the point where now they have to let other people know. And none of us give a shit. Mm-hmm. I hate to tell them, I don't give a fuck.
I don't either.
You'd beat the brakes off them, wouldn't you?
Blow me.
Blow them.
Blow your horn at me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it does. That is stupid. I don't think I've ever blown my horn at anyone.
I think I've like tapped it. Like if
they were going to hit me or something like dangerous.
Or backing up. Dude, I've been in 2 car wrecks. Okay. Both of them, I was sitting still. I've been backed up on by this giant truck. It drove up
in the club.
Big old trunk.
Backed up on, baby.
Yeah. Her name was Baquita. But I'm sitting at a gas station in this big ass truck. Literally, Cadence is in the passenger seat. She's like, Dad. And by the time I look up, the truck's on the roof of or not the roof, but like the hood of the car. Giant
that far
truck.
up?
Oh yeah, it rolled up on the.
Oh, he's like had big wheels, so he's high up.
Yeah. And then the next time I was sitting over there on the bypass, right in front of that. You remember where that gas station was that had the ice cream store attached to it?
Yeah,
like going out towards Kariakis.
Yeah.
Sitting there dead stopped and I just got rear and boom. And I was like, dang. Both times dead stopped, been in car accidents.
I've had 3 times that my car rolled and hit something and I wasn't in the car.
Oh, yeah.
3 times.
I didn't know that happened 3 times, but I know of one.
Well, the first one was my Beamer and it rolled down the hill and took out that mailbox and it uprooted like concrete. That time, second time, I was in Kaney's car at a gas station and I got out and I came out and it had rolled back and taken the whole mirror off the wall where it hit a pole. And the third time I was parked at my house and their neighbor came and told me my car rolled down the hill. I went and looked. It rolled pretty far and just hit the back bumper of some Kia Soul. And I went and knocked on the door to tell them. And some guy opened it in a wife beater and an eye patch.
Oh, he didn't have insurance.
Ex-Marine.
Oh, maybe he did.
But yeah, 3 car wrecks, and and then I hit an old lady once. But
what did he say to you?
He actually was like, I actually really appreciate that you even said anything, and and he was kind of like almost like he was like gonna like not do anything, and I was like, oh well, it pays to tell the truth. And then like the next thing I know, he texted me. He was like, hey, I took it to my guy, and he said it's gonna be like $400 or $500, and I was like, I'll go through my insurance, buddy.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'm not giving you $400 or $500.
Yeah. Oh, no.
The eye patch, I knew that eye patch wasn't trustworthy.
He probably put it on right before he answered the door. It's probably fake. Can you imagine? Oh, shit. Someone hit my car. What's up, buddy? Oh, did you hit my car?
I just got out of the war.
Yeah, I got shot, actually, right there.
Right, nah.
And he's fucking blinking the whole time underneath it. Well, today's been good, and tomorrow's going to be better because I'm going to get better. I'm going to be working on me. Just take the 5 minutes.
That's right.
You know?
I'm not going to complain anymore.
Yeah, no bitch moaning.
No bitch moaning.
Unless there's a time and a place for it. And you know where that place is. It's upstairs in a bedroom.
In the bedroom, baby.
What else you got? Anything you got for the...
I think that's about it. I think that's all I've got in me right now.
Until the show stops.
The strap-on comes out.
Well, next week, we probably should do the personality test, you liar.
My God. I'm so sorry, Dan. Well, I guess you just got to keep watching.
I didn't text him just for this reason. I knew it because I edited the audio, okay? And I haven't heard from him all, a couple days.
I have been so relaxed in a weird way that this is why I can't get too relaxed.
He forgot his drive today.
I forgot my storage drive to come over here that I have to have, and I've forgotten completely. I mean, literally until you just said that.
He's like, oh, man, I'm so relaxed. I just totally forgot.
I've forgotten everything in my life.
Give him some grace. We talked about grace before, and, he's lost his granddad. He's had his birthday. Old age may be getting to him. I don't know. He's been bitching a lot at the house, apparently. So, God dang, give him some grace.
Yeah, don't bitch moan, Dan. Come on. Get what you get and don't throw a fit.
But hopefully, we get your personality test done within the next year, okay?
Personality brainless.
That's right. Just remember, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're Daniel and Jordan. No bitch moaning.
Latro.